Okay, class, picking up where we left off at, we ended up with b equals h of t and 0.030t plus 0.833. We were told to round to 3 decimal places, which we did. Okay, so now we will go to b. It says let b equals w of t be the number of non-Hispanic white babies born in the U.S. T years since 2000. Find an equation for wt. Now, what will happen here is you will use a column for L1, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you also will use L3 with the non-Hispanic white babies. You do not use L2. So, after you put this in your calculator, you will end up with B is equal to WT, which is equal to a negative 0.006T plus 2.329. And that is your final answer. Now remember, we're still rounding to 3 decimal places. Now we go here to C. It says compare the b-intercepts of the two models. What does your comparison tell you in this situation? Now, first of all, it tells us this here. We first have our intercepts. So we have the Hispanic. Its intercept is 0.833. And the intercept for white is 0 and 2.329. Also, we must remember that these intercepts are talking about the millions of babies born in 2000. This is how many Hispanic babies were born in the millions in 2000, and this is how many white babies were born in the year 2000. So what we would do is we could find the difference. We would have 2.329 minus 0.833. That would give us a difference of 1.496 million. So we could say in 2000, there were a lot more non-Hispanic white babies born than Hispanic babies. And that we could put in a little parenthesis here. It'd be by this 1.496 million. So it's 1.469 million more white babies born than there was Hispanic babies. And this right here would be your final answer. This statement here. Okay, now it says D. Compare the slopes of the two models. What does your comparison tell you in this situation? Okay, so now we will do the Hispanic slope, and we will also do the white slope. The Hispanic slope is 0.030. The white slope is negative 0.006. Now, of course, we're talking about Hispanic babies and non-Hispanic white babies here with these slopes. So we will subtract these slopes. We have 0.030 minus a negative 0.06. And this would give us a positive 0.036. Now, what we could say is every year, because remember our slope deals with a rate of change, every year there are less white babies and more Hispanic babies now we could put this in parentheses because we could say that Hispanic babies are at a rate of 0.036 million more than white babies. Okay, so, and let me end that with a parenthesis. So this would be the total answer for this problem here. So every year there are less white babies and more Hispanic babies. Hispanic babies are at a rate of 0.036 million more than white babies. Okay, now we go down here to E. It says use intersect on a graphing calculator to predict when the number of Hispanic and non-Hispanic white babies will be the same in the U.S. How many babies of each type will be born in that year? Okay, now what we would do is this here. It's going to be about here. And we could write the numbers here. This would be 3. This would be 0 and 0. And we would put 50 here. Now, what we would end up here with is 41.5 with the repeating 5. And we would have 2.079. Now we know this 41 point repeating 5. This is approximately 42. So what we would need to do here is we would write this out as in the middle of 2041 there will be equal numbers of Hispanic and white babies born. Both at 2.079 million. Now remember, all of this is an approximation. And all of this is based upon the values that you got in actually B and C. The two formulas that you have, actually is A and B. The two formulas you have from A and B. This is based upon those formulas and the intersection. So this is the end of section 3.1. Thank you.